me and Jim power of attorney.
I damn sure don't trust my husband.
Tuesdays, a family divided.
He is mad as hell.
Cannot stand.
There's a girl, and they're in the same cell as my wife.
Hold on to your seats.
Stop!
I'm gonna kill him, Mitch.
Don't do anything stupid.
Is bad. Tyler Perry is about to bring it all back around.
I'm surprised your ass isn't in jail after what you've done.
What did you do?
Tyler.
All right, haves and have-not fans, this is the trailer breakdown for next week's episode, Season 9, Episode 4, airing June 22nd, entitled Hidden Bones. And let me just say, this preview looked a hell of a lot more exciting than last night's episode. If you saw my review, you know I was not a fan. So, before moving forward, please take a moment to hit the like button, hit subscribe, click that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content on the channel. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. So, yeah, let me just say this much. Benny whoops Sandy's ass and puts him in the hospital. So, just so you know, this isn't just a trailer you saw at the beginning of the episode video. I'm also talking about the trailer that happened during the end credit scenes of last night's episode. So Benny whoops Sandy's ass, and Mitch gets a phone call because Sandy calls him from the hospital saying, I'm going to kill that kid, basically Benny. And Mitch is like, hey, slow down, don't do anything crazy. And apparently Mitch says you got 20 minutes. So I guess that means, you know, Mitch has like 20 minutes to make it down to the hospital to talk with Sandy. And I forgot to mention this in my episode review, but didn't Benny say, yeah, I know Mitch, he's your brother? It's like, I don't care about any of that, but I thought Sandy was his cousin. But in any case, Benny's whole thing in this trailer is learning about the ramifications of what he did. Sorry about that. I guess some people are moving. That was a loud clunk in the parking lot just now. But yeah, Candace tells Benny this is a bad situation, that the Malone family is bad news. Like, Benny thinks he knows him, but he doesn't know him. I mean, hell, even there's a scene where Mitch is telling Candace that it's not good news either. And, you know, Benny's like, he says the S word because he's pissed off. So from there, this is a weird one. Tanner, it looks like Tanner is outside of David's house with Jeffrey, and he's asking Jeffrey, what does he like sexually? Does this go to the theory about, you know, does Tanner like Jeffrey, or is this like a setup for something else? I don't know what the hell's going on. So after that, we got Wyatt having Madison, and I believe, isn't it called like a scissor chokehold or something like that? And basically, like, Madison's like, I will break your neck, and it's like, hey, untie me and I'll let you go. But then we skip to the other preview, and it looks like, you know, Madison is passed out on the floor. It's hard to tell if his face is like blue and purple because Wyatt's standing over him, so he's casting a shadow. But in any case, Wyatt gets loose. Madison is knocked out. Wyatt escapes to like a room in the hospital where he takes all like the pill bottles and whatnot. And then, you know, ironically enough, Madison's like, I can't breathe. No, I don't believe that was a George Floyd reference, obviously, due to the fact this episode was filmed way in advance before the George Floyd saga of 2020. Kind of like in If Loving You Is Wrong, where Eddie drove his truck into Larry, and Larry was like, I can't breathe. And it's like, yeah, remember, that was filmed way before George Floyd. So, we get a couple of other interesting scenes. So, Jim is on the phone with somebody. Well, actually, Catherine's in jail saying that she doesn't trust power of attorney with Jim because I think John or Don, I don't know which one of them it is, he's basically like, hand over power of attorney to me and Jim. I do not trust my husband with it. So basically, Catherine shuts that down. And Jim is on the phone, and I think he's making a call about a girl in the same cell as Catherine. So we know Diamond Castile, little Lizzie's cousin or aunt, I forgot which, basically a relative of Lizzie, aka the little girl Wyatt ran over, is going to be in the same cell as Catherine. Mama Rose threatened to have that happen, but is Jim going to do it instead? In order to kind of rough her up to give him power of attorney? I don't know. But we get another Jim scene where it's Veronica and Celine and Jim outside of Catherine's house. Jim is telling Veronica, you have no idea how close to death you are right now. And then her retort is, well, neither do you. And then he looks over at Celine and says, I'm surprised you're not in jail after what you've done. And then Veronica's like, what did she do? Is this a reference to Jim speculating that Celine was the one that killed Amanda? Or is this something in regards to Celine's actions while she was at the hospital, such as their son holding him up with a gun, even though it wasn't a real gun, it was a toy, or I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Then in like a bunch of like non-speaking scenes, we get like Conley, Candace. I think we got Charles too. And I know we got Wyatt and Broderick. So Wyatt gets the pills. He basically makes Madison unconscious. He gets out of the hospital room. He goes to raid the medicine room cabinet to get pills and everything. Then he must go to his loft because that's where Broderick is. And that's pretty much there is to say about the episode trailer for next week. But the most interesting thing to me is just watching Benny beat the hell out of Sandy. Look, I know he's probably going to die by the Malones, but to actually see this moment is epic because of all the bullshit that Benny had to endure from Sandy. But obviously it looks like he's fighting to in Rihanna's honor, but from my perspective it's more so beat the hell out of this racist piece of shit. All right, so that's all I got to say for the trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Some people have been telling me they've been speculating if there's a break after next week. I don't think so, even though I wish they would, because that'll give me more time to get the house situated. That way I can watch the episodes in my new house, but whatever. But I'll let you know if I hear anything. But with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.